Hello students, it is the time to revise unit 3, that is chemistry. So we will start from synthetic fibers. So what are synthetic fibers? I am going to show you a CRL. We will try to understand about the synthetic fibers. Students, you step out of home and it starts raining. Which of these would you wear in the rain? In the rain, you would choose to wear a raincoat as it is resistant to water and would keep us dry. What are the raincoat made of? Raincoats are made of synthetic fibers. So what are synthetic fibers? Fibers that are created or synthesized artificially by human beings are called synthetic fibers or man-made fibers. Synthetic fibers are made using chemicals obtained by refining petroleum. These chemicals are known as petrochemicals. Structure of synthetic fibers. A synthetic fiber is made of chemically joining small units together. These small units are known as monomers. In the word monomer, mono means single and mer means unit. Right? The monomers combine to form a large unit known as a polymer. In this word polymer, poly means many and mer means unit. Here you can see that small units that is monomers combine together to form a large unit known as polymer. Why do you think synthetic fibers were created? Synthetic fibers were created because they were good substitutes for natural fibers, having advantages like being cheaper, being water resistant, and being strong and durable. Let us understand the difference between the synthetic fibers and natural fibers. Here you can see synthetic fibers and natural fibers both. Synthetic fibers are synthesized artificially so their structure can be changed. Natural fibers are obtained from nature so their structure is fixed. Synthetic fibers are cheap as they are made using chemicals as raw material. Natural fibers are expensive as they are made using plant and animal sources as raw materials. Synthetic fibers are strong and more durable, while natural fibers are weak and less durable. Synthetic fibers are non-biodegradable, while natural fibers are biodegradable. Synthetic fibers are not so easy on skin. Natural fibers are very easy on skin. Now we will compare between the characteristics of synthetic and natural fibers through this CRL.
Hello, Today we will do a few fun science experiments. We will perform two tests, a flame test and a strength test, to compare the properties of synthetic and natural fibers. We will need the following materials for this: a matchbox, a test tube holder, a baking tray, a piece of cotton, a piece of nylon, a spirit lamp. First, let us see what happens to fibers when they catch fire. We will use a matchstick to light the spirit lamp. Now, let's take a piece of natural fabric like cotton. We will clasp the fabric using a test tube holder, and then we will light it on fire. We can see that the fabric takes slightly longer to catch fire. Once it catches fire, it turns black and turns to ash. Now, we will try the same experiment with a synthetic fabric like nylon. We will hold the fabric using a test tube holder and set it on fire. What do you observe? We notice that the fabric starts to burn immediately. As it burns, it starts to melt and stick to itself. It also burns very quickly. Look at it. Therefore, you should avoid wearing clothes made of synthetic fibers, as they can catch fire easily and stick to the body, which can cause a lot of harm to the person wearing them. Now, we will check the strength of both the fibers. For this, we will need a clamp stand, slotted weights, a nylon thread, and a cotton thread. We will test the strength of these threads by tying them to a stand and suspending weights on the other end. Whichever one can take more weight is the stronger thread. Shall we find out which one it is? Let's start with the cotton thread. Make sure that the threads that we take are of the same thickness and the same length. We will tie one end of the thread to the bar of the clamp stand and the other end to the hook of the slotted weights. The initial weight of this hook is 500 grams. Let us continue to add slotted weights till the thread breaks. We are adding another 500 grams. And you can see that the thread broke as soon as I added another weight. We can see that the thread broke when we added a weight of 1 kilogram. Let us note this reading. Now, let us do the same steps with the nylon thread. Now let's see how much weight the nylon thread can take. Let's add weight. It's 500 grams, it's another 500 grams. Now the total weight is 1.5 kilos. You can see that the nylon thread broke once we added 2.5 kilos to it. This shows that the synthetic fibers are stronger than natural fibers. So, to summarize, synthetic fibers catch fire easily and they melt as they burn. Natural fibers, on the other hand, do not catch fire easily. Synthetic fibers are also stronger than natural fibers. They can bear more weight and they do not break easily. Thank you. Happy learning.
We will compare between rayon and nylon fabrics. There are four main types of synthetic fibers. Let us learn about rayon and nylon. Right? Why was rayon developed? The reason is silk is an expensive fiber, so the scientists developed a form of artificial silk by chemically treating wood pulp. This fiber is called rayon. The texture and appearance of a rayon fiber resembles silk, so it is also known as artificial silk. Properties of rayon. Rayon is lustrous and shiny. The texture and appearance of rayon fiber resembles silk, so it is also known as artificial silk. Uses of rayon. Rayon can be mixed with natural fibers to make common fabric. Rayon mixed with cotton can be used to make bed sheets. Rayon mixed with wool can be used to make carpets. It can be used to make ties. It can also be used to make shirts and bed sheets. Rayon is also used for making curtains. Now let us see the properties and uses of nylon. Nylon is prepared from coal, water and air. Nylon is lustrous. It is elastic also. It is very strong. And it is very light in weight. It is very easy to wash. Now uses of nylon. It is used for making parachutes. Used for making climbing ropes. Used for making bristles of toothbrush. It is also used for making fishing nets. Students, in this CRL we will learn about the properties and uses of polyester and acrylic. Observe image 1 and image 2. What is happening to the fabric in both the images? The answer is the fabric in image 1 is getting crumpled, while the fabric in image 2 is not getting crumpled. This is because the fabric in image 2 is a polyester fabric which is crumple resistant. Polyester is a synthetic fiber made by joining repeated units of a chemical known as ester. Shown below is one unit of an ester. Here in the diagram you can see a unit of ester. Now another unit of an ester has joined to the first one. Multiple such units join together to form a long chain. So polyester is a synthetic fiber made by joining repeated units of a chemical known as ester, hence the name polyester. Now the types of polyesters: terylene and PET, polyethylene, tetraphthalate. Terylene, and PET, that is polyethylene tetraphthalate. Terylene is used for making spools, for making fabric. PET is used for making bottles and disposables. Look around the classroom and list down 5 items that you think could be made up of PET. You can see that water bottles, lunch boxes, rulers and scales, pens, and pen products are made from PET. Polyesters are used in combination with natural fibers like terylene when added with cotton makes terrycot. When terylene is mixed with wool, it makes terry wool. When polyester is mixed with cotton, it makes polycot. When polyester is mixed with wool, it makes polywool. Properties of polyester: it is crumple or wrinkle resistant, it does not absorb much water, it is easy to wash. The sweater which you are seeing here is made of wool fibers. However, wool is quite expensive, so scientists invented a synthetic fiber to resemble wool. Synthetic fiber similar to wool is made using chemicals. Such a fiber is known as acrylic. Acrylic is used to make gloves, caps, sweaters, and scarves. Acrylic fibers resemble wool. Acrylic fabric is resistant to moths. Moths can consume natural fibers such as wool. Can polyester and acrylic fabrics be worn near fires? No, polyester and acrylic fibers cannot be worn near fires. This is because both polyester and nylon fibers are synthetic fibers and they catch fire very easily. They also melt when they catch fire. Now we will learn about the plastics. We use objects such as bottles, straws, bags, toys, chairs, and many more that are made of plastics. Think, what are plastics made of? Plastics are synthetic materials that are made of many units of polymers interconnected with each other. Composition of plastics: the interconnections between the polymers can be of two types. Here in diagram 1 you can see linear structure in which units are arranged one after the other in a line. Second one is cross-linked structure in which the units are arranged in one or two lines with interconnections between them. So what are plastics? Plastics are made of synthetic polymers interconnected with each other. They can be shaped into different forms. They are also water resistant and hence good for making containers used for storage. They are lighter and easier to use when compared with metals. Now we will study about the type of plastics. Depending on their ability to withstand heat, there are two types of plastics. One is thermoplastic and another one is thermosetting plastic. Plastics that can be deformed or bent easily are known as thermoplastics. They can be melted on heating and can be remolded any number of times. Composition of thermoplastics. Thermoplastics have linear or lightly cross-linked polymer structures. Here in the diagram you can see linear structure or lightly cross-linked structures. Examples of thermoplastics are PET bottles, polythene bags and PVC pipes. Thermosetting plastics. These are those that can neither be deformed nor bent easily. They break when they are forced to bend. Once molded, they are permanently set and cannot be remolded into any other shape. Composition. The composition of thermosetting plastics is such that they have highly cross-linked polymer structures. Examples of thermosetting plastics are crockery, microwave safe containers, handles of cookwares. Now the difference between thermosetting plastics and thermosetting plastics. Thermosetting plastics are deformed or bent easily on being heated. They can be heated to melt into a liquid and remolded to set any number of times. Thermosetting plastics are not deformed or bent on being heated. They remain in a permanent solid state on being set once. Hence, they cannot be remolded. Thermosetting plastics composed of linear or lightly cross-linked polymers, while thermosetting plastics are composed of highly cross-linked polymers. Examples of thermosetting plastics are plastic bags. Thermoplastics have examples as plastic bags and water bottles, while examples of thermosetting plastics are handles of cookware or electrical switches, etc. Now let us discuss about the harmful effects of plastics on our environment. We know that they are non-biodegradable waste. So what is the effect of these non-biodegradable waste when dumped on land? When non-biodegradable waste like plastics are dumped on land, they cause infertility of land. When they are dumped in water bodies, they clog drains, pollute water and hamper the marine life. When they are burnt, they cause air pollution and thus respiratory diseases are caused.